We're back. Bam. Yep. It's a fairly chilly, dark October morning. We have new gloves, winter gloves. My Alpine Stars are summer gloves. They're short, so they cut off at the wrist. Not too good for the autumn. So I thought, and they're not waterproof as well. So I thought I should better get some waterproof gloves. Got these RSTs, and I got them because they were a fucking good price, to be fair. And they're RST usually make good gear. Let's get the full beam on. I don't know how much of this you can see, probably about as much as me. It's very fucking dark down here. Now I have recorded some stomp footage, but the problem is the bike's so fucking loud, you can't hear anything I'm saying, even with a microphone, because I must stop out wearing my HJC motocross helmet, and it lets a lot more wind in, so you can't fucking hear a word I'm saying. And the engine or the exhaust on the fucking thing is bigger than the exhaust on this, so it's so fucking noisy you can't hear a word I'm saying. You got your main beams on. That's another thing I was gonna say. You noticed how, like, the world, I remember, yeah, when I first started driving my car, it was like a big thing, like everyone definitely turned off their main beams on country roads and stuff, so as not to dazzle people. But now it just seems that no cunt gives a shit, and everyone's lights are constantly on full beam. They just can't bother to flick them on and off, like as they're approaching vehicles and stuff. I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe car headlights have just got better, but it is very dazzling sometimes, especially if you've got if it's raining and you've got a bit of you've got raindrops, like the little globules, or you know, on the lens. Oh, you shitbag, scared the living daylights out of me. Oh. Everyone who rides a bike, you know that moment when a car just creeps towards the end of a junction and you're not, well, I mean, no one's ever entirely sure that they've seen them, but that split second where you think, fuck, they're pulling out of there. And I've actually been hit like that before. I had quite a nasty accident when it was my first bike. I was 16. I had a Piaggio Zip. Yeah, I was driving down a road. It was a 40-mile-an-hour road, and I had a Piaggio Zip 50cc, but mine was a 4-stroke. All my mates had 2-strokes, and I had a 4-stroke. And the good thing about the 4-stroke, although it had its positives and its negatives, right? Because obviously, as a kid, everyone wanted the brat, the ring ting, the brat, ring ting 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 of a 2-stroke. Because you want to be noisy, impress all the girls. Hey, the 2-stroke Zip. On a 2-stroke, they have a restrictor on the exhaust, like a to restrict it to 30 miles an hour. Now, obviously, you can just de-restrict this, right? But my Zip was a 4-stroke, and the 4-strokes aren't restricted because they don't rely on back pressure like a 2-stroke, so they're not restricted. So all my mates, they could only do 30, and I could do 40. And 10 miles an hour back then was a big deal. I mean, especially on an A road when they're all stuck doing 30 and I could overtake them doing 40, which was pretty cool. But then one of my mates, when they got a fucking a gilly runner, bruv, a gilly, whatever anyone wants to call him, a gilly runner fam, and he was a bit of a shy bag, cause and I was proper jealous, cause he had 125 registered as a 50. Do you remember that? Yeah, that used to be how we rolled back in the day. You go on Gumtree and you'd see loads of mopeds and they'd be like £600 bruv, and that and they'd actually write in the advert like £600 bruv, registered as a 50, it's got 1-2s in it. Would you ever buy a bike off of someone that fucking talks like that? Jesus Christ. But we had saying that, well, I didn't personally, but I know people that fucking did. But yeah, hilarious, man. But yeah, he also, actually, my same mate, he had funny enough, once he got rid of that, again, I got rather jealous of him until I got my next bike, because he had a Idlejet dragster. But the thing is, he used to just buy utter shitters, like proper shitters. Like, don't get me wrong, like I really wanted the dragster, I really wanted the Gilly, but looking back at it now, I'm so glad I didn't fucking have them. They always break down. He was always crashing them because they had bald tyres, and he completely crashed at a roundabout one day. He was going on a roundabout and he had a bald back tyre. Completely just fucking lost the back end on a fucking Idlejet dragster. And his mopeds were like held together with fucking cable ties and duct tape. So yeah, I want to get some stomp action going. Gonna see. Now, in this country, it's a bit of a cunt, because to ride your bike anywhere, like an off-road bike, you got to take it places, and you got to have all the equipment and da 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 da. And yeah, that's great. If you're into that sort of thing and you want to do it every weekend, it's well worth it spending the money and doing it. But I'm not. Like, I love riding bikes, but on the weekend, if the weather's good, I'd rather be out on this. So sometimes when I'm out on the stump, it's like I begrudge, you know, like there's places, I've been to places whereby it's literally a fucking field and someone's charging you £20 to drive around it for half a day, and it's like I fucking begrudge giving someone that money because it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, and I'm not saying that everyone should be able to just drive what they want, where they want, all that. Oh shit, am I gonna stop in time for that? Oh, that was fucking heavy on the brakes, man. I've got a right gripe about fucking jump the light cameras, yeah? Does anyone know whether them cameras are jump the light cameras or speed cameras? Because they all of a sudden popped up fucking everywhere overnight, and I don't know which they are, yeah? But on a bike, yeah, I've had it a couple of times, especially in the fucking rain, yeah, whereby you'll be doing 40, because there's a 40-mile-an-hour road, and that light will change, and you're about maybe 30 metres from the junction. And what do? On a bike, you cannot slam your fucking front brake on in the rain. Yeah, you're not going to make it a lot of the time. And I just think it's really fucking dangerous. I think it's such a bad idea. A really fucking bad idea. Now, if they just said, oh, they're speed cameras, then it wouldn't matter. Because you could go through an amber, or look, at the end of the day, yeah, it happens, innit? I've had to go through reds before, where my brakes just will not pull me up in time. And I know that a fucking police officer would probably sit there and say, well, you shouldn't be going so fast. If it's a 40-mile-an-hour road, there's nothing in front of me, yeah, and it's raining, yeah, it's raining. But why can't I keep pace with the road? I didn't fucking put traffic lights on it. You cunts done that. Well, not the police specifically, but do you know what I mean? And like all of a sudden you'll be on an A road right then. There's absolutely nothing going on in front of you, and all of a sudden, bam, red light, and you're doing 40 miles an hour. I just think it's ridiculous. But anyway, back to my point. Yeah, my stunt. Shite now. I love my stunt, but I just don't get the opportunity to ride it as much as I wish I could. It'd be great if I road registered it, and like, I think it only does about 40 top end, but if that, might even only be about 35, but it's really fun. And like, it just wants to wheelie all the time. But honestly, the way I see it is like, why can't you take your motorbike to a beach at low tide and rip it on the sand? Who are you fucking hurting? Who are you fucking hurting? I hate it. Like, it really annoyed me. Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are some dickheads out there. There are some top dickheads that ride like absolute cunts. But I think, man, if you want to take your fucking pit bike, stomp, whatever you got, or crosser, dirt bike, on a green lane, why the fuck should you have to have insurance and shit? Who the fuck, like, how often do you ever see, like, you watch YouTubers on fucking green lanes? There ain't no other motherfucker around. They're on their own. If you come off, I think it should be, if you come off, that's on you, mate. If you ain't got insurance, then that's on you. That's on you. Like, shit happens, innit? And 9 times out of 10, most of the shit that happens, especially car on car, is just pathetic. Like, it's just people all trying to claim up, trying to get the maximum they can, and I fucking hate that shit. There's a Grom. You alright, mate? Oh, we're not so friendly. How can you have a bike like that and not be friendly? Let's get some angle on the lean. Angle on the dangle. Yeah, boy. Stay safe, ride safe. Peace out. Right. Had our fun. Bye. See you next time, peeps. Whoa. Yeah.